Progress.
भक्तजनार्तिहन्तु विदुत्तमन्येष विचार्यतूर्णं स्तम्भेवतारस्तमनन्यलभ्यं लक्ष्मीनृसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये अहोबिले कारुण्यवले शिखपावराकल्पितसंज्ञानां लक्ष्म्यासमाहितवामोहकं लक्ष्मीनृसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजग्मरुग्मव्यामोहतस्थिराणि मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽसि दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किकेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा कृति केशवारी कृपापात्रं दीशमादिगुणानवं श्रीषठारी देशानं देशीयेन्द्रमं भजे प्रपद्ये निरपद्यानां विशद्यामूढसम्पदां शरणं भवपीतानां षडगोपनीश्वरं श्रीरङ्गेश यदीन्दुना करुणया आसुस्यादिति प्रेक्षितं ख्यातश्रीनरसिंहकार्यमुने पादाम्बुजेन्द्रेन्द्रं दान्तिक्षान्तिदयाद्भि शुभगुणैः भान्तं उदाग्रेशं श्रीमद्रङ्गषठारी योगिनृतं श्रेय संश्रये श्रीमत् श्रीरङ्गपृथ्वीश्वर षडैर्गुणा संयमी इन्द्रेण दृष्टं निस्तात्मानं नृसिंहेन नरेषर्षति योगिनृतं प्रसादात् राज्ञं श्रीरङ्गकारि प्रभदेतिपते प्राप्तलक्ष्मीनृसिंहास्थानं सेवे यदीन्द्रं सकलगुणनिधिं वीरग्वीक्षडारं श्रीरंगनाथ षडकोपेतीन्द्रदृष्टं लक्ष्मी नृसिंह षडसिद्धरणीपात्रं श्रीरंगवीरघराट षडकोपकृत्यं वेद श्रीयतीन्द्रमहं प्रपद्ये श्रीमद्रङ्गषडारि संयमराड्धा मान्तद्वयं श्रीमद्वीरहूद्वहादिषडसित् पादारविन्दाश्रयं श्रीमद्वेदवदं च देशीयतेः कारुण्यवीक्षास्पदं सेवे इन शासनवशं नारायणं योगिनं वेदान्तदेशीयतीन्द्रकटाक्षब्दत्तैन्दसात् गुणं बुधाग्र्यं नारायणादि द्वितीयप्रापशिक्तं रङ्गनाथेशेखरमाश्रयमः All right. I see we have about 8 folks. Can you, if you don't mind, at least for the beginning, can you guys turn on your videos? Chuma munji pakratka, if you don't mind. Parajitana, Nirmai, Krishna, Shriman is already on. Can the rest of you, if you don't mind, turn on your videos just so that I can see your faces? All right. I can see Krishna. All right. I see one more. I see Aparaja Hinmai. Okay. Feel free to leave it on. It's not a problem. And audio and then you'll find it easier to answer when you interactive. Can you guys all hear me properly? You can hear me properly?
Okay.
So let us start. Today's session we are going to be doing on Mahabharata Kadaigal. So all of you are familiar with Mahabharata, right? I presume you all know Mahabharata. You're at least familiar with Krishna Avataram and Krishna Avataratla. Mahabharata Nadakache Nala Krishna Pannar Munadi Apro. I'm sure you're familiar with that. There are a lot of smaller interconnected moral stories and stories about specific people in the Mahabharata, and also stories that are quoted by the people who are in Mahabharata, which are of much use to us. So in Nikvanda, we will be covering a little bit of those stories in what is called the Shanti Parvam. That is almost post the ending of the war, Mari. That is when everything has been determined. To determine stories that happened at that point. So let me share the screen and we can take it from there. All right. Can you all see the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay. So anyone can tell me. It might be a bad screenshot, but can anybody tell me what is going on over there? Can anybody guess? Take a guess.
Bhishma Pitamaha is in his arrow bed.
Mm-hmm. And you see the rest of them all around him, right? Right. So the Innikavanda Kekapura stories are related to this because Bhishma was the last remaining member of the older generation of the Kuru Vamsham who was very knowledgeable about Dharma, who knew what to do, when to do, how to do, and he was the most knowledgeable person. Adanal Krishna enna solrarna Yudhishthira kitta before Bhishma passes away, before he goes to Moksham or before he goes to wherever, right? Before that, please go and ask him as much clarifications as you want about Dharma. so that you will get the proper answers, you will get clarification, you will not have any doubts about iprina enna appadina enna appadila question irukadu appadinu, you will have more clarity about it. He asked Yudhishthira to say, go and talk to Bhishma. And Bhishma will then tell you, seri idukkalam vandu enna, with examples, what it means, what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, etc., etc. So that is the beginning of this. So either Yudhishthira model enna pandra, he goes and asks Bhishma a lot of questions. Modally, he asks about the whole principle of why we are here. Edhukku nama pandrom. So as you know, Perumal vandu Sriman Narayanan vandu, he takes a lot of avatars and he comes here. Correct? So can anybody tell me 2 reasons why he takes avatar? 2 reasons.
To protect dharma
Correct?
and to provide an example for people to follow.
Correct. Okay. Any others? Protect dharma in what way?
To reduce the blue bottom on Dayar.
Very good. Very good. And in what way can he reduce the bharam for Dayar?
By killing all the bad people.
By killing all the bad people, but even more important than vinashaya dushkritam, then more than taking care of the evil people, what is he here for primarily? That is the first part of the slogam.
To protect the Bhagavatas.
Paritranaya sadhunam. Perumal does not care about the evil people. Like, you have the intercontinental ballistic missile. He pushes a button, he can get rid of people. That's not a problem. He comes here so that he can be with his Bhagavatas and to protect them. So that is the main reason why he comes here. So if Ramayanathila, enna kaamchar, Pitrupalanam, appa sonna pecha kekano, I will listen to what he says. That is the Samanya Dharma, which can be done by everybody. Then he does Sharanagati. He gives it to Jatayu, he gives it to Vibhishanar. Adala Vishesham. Adala not, we cannot do it. Only the Paramatma can do it. Similarly, Krishna enna panna Swarupathla vandu kaamiche Roopam, Gunam, Moksham, Purushartham eppadi. He gives a lot of this. And that's why he knows and he says Bhagavad Gita. So he tells Yudhishthira, nee poi kelviye kedu. Nee ketena, but Bhishma will give you some answers. When Bhishma tells you the answers, you will feel, you'll get more clarity. But before he can get some clarity, let us do this one thing. Let us have, hold on a second. Let me, all right. Before Yudhishthira can get some clarity, let us just play one small single round, okay? This is, again, not going to have you all shout out the answers or anything. I'm just going to show you, it's just a match, okay? Crisscross match. You can take note of it yourself, and then you can check whether you got the answers. Chadiya, are you guys ready? It's a very simple thing. Why is it? Hold on. Give me a second. Can you guys see this now? The questions and answers. Can you guys make out? Thumbs up so that I can see whether you can see the questions and answers. Okay. All right. It's very simple, right? Left side, you got a bunch of questions. Right side, you got some answers. It is simple. 10 questions on this side. You've got more than 10 questions on this side. All you have to do is match the following. Andal's dream matches which ones of these? Similarly, there is a sweet fruit lady, Garuda as flag banner, a chariot, advisor charioteer, there is a temple city, Vega Setu Stotram, Saptagiri, there is a crow demon, which is a kaka who is an asuran, Anjali Vaibhavam, Tondaradipuri. Okay? You guys can just note down the answers yourself. It doesn't have to be, but if you can, Ovatara, if you don't mind, I'll just call out. If you guys can, come out and say what it is, it'll be great. Okay. So starting with the person that I see first. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I see non-video participants. Okay. All right. Sriman, Andal's dream. Can you guess which one it is? Take a wild guess. Or choose anything. Among the 10, choose one and we'll go one by one. Choose anything you're comfortable with and we'll go one by one.
Okay. I'll do Crow Demon is Kakasura.
Crow Demon is 8. Kakasuran. Very good. Okay. Then, you want to take one more? Or we'll go to, while you're thinking, Saumi, do you want to take a chance?
For Andal's dream, is it
Huh.
Varadaraja?
Lord Varadaraja. What is your connection there?
She was in love with Krishna.
Why not Lord Vishnu then? Krishna na Vishnu sollala. Okay, I mean, I'm just guessing. Okay, that's fine. Arthade. Krishna, do you want to guess?
Advisor charioteer வந்து அர்ஜுனாவோட
Arjuna was never a charioteer. When a Krishna சொல்லலாம் as advisor charioteer, but Krishna இங்க இல்ல. Okay. Anybody else? Arthad Vagishan, can you guess?
Sweet fruit lady would be Shabari.
Shabari, correct. Shabari ஏன் வந்து sweet fruit lady?
அவதானே ராமருக்கு ஃப்ரூட் எல்லாம் கொடுத்தா.
Correct. She used to bite it and give it. Okay. Then next, Sri Krishna. Can you take a guess?
Elephant.
1,000 elephants. Very good. Andal wrote a very famous poem called 1,000 elephants. Correct? But Andal the English எழுத மாட்டாளே பின்ன என்ன எழுதினா? Can anybody take a guess what the 1,000 elephants are? Varanamayiram சூட பலம் செய்யுது. அத பத்தி எழுதினா. Okay. Who is next? Aparajithan.
தொண்டரடிப்பொடி and திருமண்ணங்குடி.
தொண்டரடிப்பொடி திருமண்ணங்குடி என்ன relationship?
I'm pretty sure தொண்டரடிப்பொடி is like
Taniyan.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
And then also, isn't that his like birthplace?
Birthplace. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I see Govindaraj and Kodan. I see one more person. I don't know if that's his father's name or his name. Is he there?
Yes, Adiyan. Temple city is Kanchipuram.
Kanchipuram temple city. Ellarum Madurai by India. It's actually Kanchipuram. All right. Who else is there? Anybody else? Or do you want to go back to Sri Purva? Do you want to take a chance?
Vega Setu is Yatoktakari.
Yeah. Why is it Yatoktakari?
Vega Setu is about Yatoktakari.
Correct. Sonnavannam Sayeda Perumal. Yatoktakari. Correct. Vedas Yatoridam Stotram. Correct. Anybody else? Sri Krishna, Sriman.
Saptagiri is Tiruvenkatam.
Why?
7 hills.
7 hills. Tiruvenkatam, Yedumalayan. Correct. Then, what about advisor charioteer? Anybody taking a guess? A charioteer who gave advice. Sanjaya Vacha. Correct. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Sanjayan யாருக்கு advice கொடுத்தான்?
He was Dhritarashtra's charioteer.
Dhritarashtra's charioteer. Very good. இத விட்டுட்டீங்களே. Number 3. முக்கியமானது Garuda's flag banner யாருக்கு?
Arjuna.
Perumal.
Arjuna. Okay, that brings an interesting question. Arjunoட flag என்ன? Hanuman. அப்ப யாரோட Garudan?
Perumal.
Garuda Makila Ved Ama, our Garudan. Okay, then what else have we not? Anjali Vaibhavam. Kaiya Kupina Perumal Pandadi Ellathiyum Pannuvar. Who was the greatest person we know who told us that? That Kaiya Kupina Porom Perumal has to listen to us. Swami Desikan. Number Swami Desikan Sonnade. You don't have to learn anything that Desika has not talked about. Swami Desikan Sonnadu Undri Katanda Matram Porum. So with that, let us just clarify your answers. Can you guys see this? Andal dream, Varanamayiram. The sweet fruit lady was Shabari. Garuda as a flag banner, Vishnukar. Advisor was Sanjaya. Kanchipuram, Yathoktaka, Thiruvenkadam, Kakasuran, Swami Desingan, Tirumandangudi. Okay. Let us now go back to the schedule programming and then we will take it from there. Give me a second. Let me share this. All right. Where's the screen? Give me a second. Let's start this. Okay. So, are you able to see the Mahabharata? Yeah, okay. So, what we are seeing is Yudhishthira goes, he goes and talks to Dhritarashtra and he says, Gapar, I need to know a lot of questions, I have a lot of doubt, I need clarification. So please tell me, we all know that Perumal is nothing but Kalyana Gunam. Can anybody tell me what Kalyana Gunam of Perumal means? Perumal has a lot of Kalyana Gunangal to Solinde Papa and Nantrimar. Kalyana Gunaganoga Maharnavan Sulwa. He is an ocean of just what? Gunangalna and Nantrima.
Qualities.
Qualities, correct. Saushilyam, Vatsalyam, Mardava, Arja, Soumya, we'll know. He's filled with everything. He's filled with kindness, compassion, bravery. He has everything in him. So Yudhishthira now goes to Bhishma and asks, that is all fine. I understand Perumal. What are the qualities that I should have? What should I as a person have so that I may lead a good life and I know what to do? Bhishma starts talking and he says, okay, I'll tell you a story. ஒரு காலத்துல Duryodhana went and asked Dhritarashtra, எப்ப தெரியுமா? Indraprastha, when he chased all the Pandavas to the forest, okay, Vanaprastha போயிட்டா. போன உடனே Duryodhana had, all the kingdom to himself. He was still sad. He did a yajna. He called ஒரு 16,000 பிராமணால கூட்டான், அவளுக்கு சாதம் போட்டான், அவளுக்கு தானம் பண்ணா, எல்லாம் பண்ணான். But he was still not happy. He was feeling unhappy. He felt, I'm spending so much. I'm known as a generous person. இது எல்லாம் பண்றேன், but I'm not feeling happy. Can you tell me why? What is it that is lacking? How do I make sure that I'm leading and doing something so that it keeps me happy all the time? The biggest thing that you should obtain is not this kingdom and giving to other people material wealth. The biggest thing that you can have is anushtam of dharma. Dharma anushtam, following dharma is the biggest thing that you can do. And the cause of how you can do it and how you can learn it is sheelam. பெருமாளுக்கு சௌஷீல்யம்னு சொல்லுவா. He will come down and talk to anybody. He will not பாரபட்சம் பார்க்காம, he will talk to Guhan, he will talk to the greatest of kings, he will talk to a small toddler, he will talk to everybody. What we need is conduct, sheelam. Adiki he tells Duryodhana that you need to understand how sheelam is there. Sheelam is to be a very good person, and there is nothing that a sheelavan can't get. So he says the story of Mandata. I've gone back. Sorry. Mandata was belonging to Ikshvaku Vamsha. Ikshvaku Vamsha edani elgarku theriyuma? Does anybody know who is belonging to Ikshvaku? Ramar, correct. Ikshvaku Ramar is known as Ikshvaku Vamsha. Slogam varalame appadhaan varum. Ikshvaku lendu vandarna. One of the kings before him was Mandata. Mandata's father was called Yuvanasvan. Yuvanasvan enna panna or not, he had no children, he was very sad. He went to a forest they didn't go in search of rishis, and he was he found a bunch of sages over there. Avagata keta, please can you help me? In the meantime, they had done a yajna called Indra Daivatam. Indra Daivatam yajna panni, they had a pot full of holy water. And the water edukuna, it is completely filled with mantras to give birth to a perfect human being in Ramari. He was thirsty. He did not realize what was going on. Ore thirst la ratri vandi he went around. He tried opening the refrigerator. There was nothing there. He tried calling Uber. Unfortunately, Uber had not even been invented at those times. So he did the best thing. He reached out for the pot and he had a big gulp. When he finished having the gulp, the sages came and said, "Inga or periya oru paana vechindome, enga and paana appadinala." "Well, nada saata appadinala." "Chujo, you should not have had it. It was meant to be given to another lady who was going to come here. Instead, you have had the water. Guess what? Not right now. Sometime later, you're going to give birth to a child in Anna." He said, no. I know I asked for a child, but that does not mean directly. I meant my wife should get pregnant. "Well, you should have thought about it before you drank the pot of water, which you should have asked us about Abdinana." So, after 10 months later, they split his body. And that Koranda was called Mandata. And the name Mandata came because they were all asking Indra, so Indra said, no. This child is going to be the mightiest of the mighty. He is capable of even literally imbibing and sucking through everything, all energy from me itself. So Mandata became a very, very great king. He ascended the throne. He was so great that nobody could win over him, and nobody wanted to win over him because he was like a perfect king. Wherever he went, it would rain. Wherever he went, there would be truth and justice. Wherever he went, there would be no injustice. Like, for example, when even if he saw an injustice happening, he would try to resolve it rather than killing the people. He was a very, 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 very pious person who had exemplary conduct. He was so great that Bhumadeni herself said, "I don't wish for anybody else to rule. Everybody wants you as a king." So he became one of the greatest kings ever. And Adanala Dhritarashtra says, if you wish to be a king, try to be like Mandata. And Mandata was a great king because he followed the example of none other than Prahlada. So a lot of you might have learned about the story. Ponavati, when we were talking about Shapam, we mentioned this. Prahladan how many of you know the story of Prahlada? You all know this. I assume you know, right? Prahladan came. Enna avataram bodhu?
Narasimha Avatar.
Narasimha avatarathu bodhu vanna. Now the rest of the story was Perumal asked Prahladan to stay back and rule the kingdom. And he said, "I will not harm your children or grandchildren. Nobody will be killed by me." And Perumal stuck to the promise. ஏன்னா பெருமாள் அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே பிரஹலாதன் ஃபேமிலியில 2 பேரோட he had already played around with them. Does anybody know the name of the other 2 people in Prahlada's family that Perumal played? So me.
Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakshana yaar alicha?
Varahar.
Hiranyakashipu?
Narasimha.
So it was quite Perumal said, okay, I have literally torn apart people in your family. I will not do so anymore. So you can rest assured, you will rule this place and then you come to me. So Prahladan had such great sheelam, conduct. எப்படி நடந்துக்கணுமோ வேதம் பிரகாரம் எப்படி சாஸ்திரம் சொல்றதோ அப்படி he was living his life. So much so என்னாச்சா, you could not find any fault with him. You did not, even when you saw him, you could not feel angry with him. Even if you felt jealous, you would not take action. So he was ruling entire Bhulokam. And Patalathla he ruled that. Slowly he came over to Swargam. He literally walked over to Swargam. Everybody started bowing to him. Because if you see somebody who is a very great person, you automatically get up and you bow to them. Everybody was bowing to him. So Indra, as usual, it is a position. Again, is Indra a god or is he a Jivatma like us?
Jivatma.
And how do you get the position of Indra?
100 Ashwamedha Yagas.
Ashwamedha Yaga, 100 panna, anybody can become a Indra. So Indra, when he saw Prahladan, he did not know how to respond. He ran away. Prahladan said, doesn't matter. I'm here. I will take care of you. Don't worry. So Prahladan was ruling all three worlds. Now, when that happened, excuse me, when that happened, Indra got very scared. So he went and asked his preceptor, Brihaspati kitta poi, how do I, enak bayama irukku. I did my time. I did my 100 everything. Yagalam pannena. I became Indra. Now this person comes out of the blue and he says he's going to be Indra. The worst part is he did not want even to be Indra. He just came and everybody was praising him. I got scared and I ran away. I don't know why I'm scared. So he is asking Brihaspati, enna pannonu? Brihaspati nalla ipo enna kekada. Go ask Shukracharya. So he goes and asks Shukracharya. Shukracharya, ungalku theriyuma enna? Ama Prahladan is part of my kulamda. He is my disciple. He comes, நான் தான் அவனுக்கு குரு, நான் தான் கத்து கொடுக்கிறேன். But I can't give the answer. Go ask Prahladan himself. So as usual, Indra does not go as Indra. He disguises himself as a Brahmin. ஏன்னா அந்த காலத்துல the seekers of truth were always Brahmins. They would want to know, Jignasu, they would want to know more and more about knowledge before becoming a jnani. So he goes and asks, before this he asks Brihaspati கிட்ட ஒன்னு கேட்கலாம். The key point, I want to know about this. Brihaspati கேட்கிறார், உனக்கு are you sure you don't want to know about the tattvam of moksham? எனக்கு தத்துவ மோட்சம்லாம் வேண்டாம், நான் உங்ககிட்ட மோட்சம் பத்தியே நான் கேட்கல. I want to rule heaven. But are you sure you don't want to learn more about moksha? He says, no, I just want heaven. So that is why he comes on this path. He takes a vesha of a Brahmanan and he goes and asks Prahladan, can you please tell me how you did this? Prahladan does not even have time. He's ruling 3 worlds. Your city council, district, state, federal, country is a UNK, they don't have time. This man is ruling entire universe. He does not have time. He says, I don't have time to deal with this. Say, what can you do? Whenever you can, just give me something. He goes and stands in front of him. He goes and stands aside. He goes whenever he goes walking, whenever he goes running, when he goes jogging, when he goes to the gym, to the club, wherever. Prahlad is seeing this guy everywhere. So he's like, okay, he takes him along with him. When he goes along with him, he says, okay, can you tell me how you conquer the 3 worlds? Can you tell me how the 3 worlds were conquered by you? You're just rephrasing the same question in passive and active voices. So he finally says, the way I did it is by having obedience to my guru. I have Shila, I don't question. My nature is to obey my guru. Acharya sonna vadida na follow pannuven. They have said, keep my senses under control. Make sure that you treat the Shastras as your pramanam. Shastrathla enna sollirko adudhaan pannanum. Brahmanala madikkanum. Nee ellariyum rakshikkanum. Idha nee daanam pannanum, dharma pannanum, idella solra. I do that. En guru enna solraro, I will do it. I keep my senses under my control. I do not do anything excessa. And therefore, I get everything from this. Well, don't tell me you listen to your guru all the time. No, I listen to my guru all the time. What happens if your guru tells you to do something strange? I will do it. Why? Because once you accept a guru, you have to listen to him. அப்ப யோசிச்சு பார்க்கறானா, எத்தனை வாட்டி Brihaspati நம்மள இத பண்ணு அத பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கார். வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி கூட he asked me, உனக்கு மோட்சத்துக்கு வழி காமிக்கட்டுமாடானா, அதை விட்டுட்டு நான் இல்ல எனக்கு சொர்க்கம் தான் வேணும்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன். அப்படிலாம் சொன்னேன். I don't probably listen to him. Maybe I should start understanding that he asks more and more and more and more questions. As he asks more and more of these questions, he then finally realizes, he understands that all of this power, wealth, everything that he has in this world comes from only one thing. It comes from having good conduct. And the Sheelam, good conduct, which means following the dharmam correctly. And the good conduct, everything comes. So he tells him, okay, he continues doing seva for Prahladan. So Prahladan is very pleased with him. And he says, okay, you go out and get things for me. You're arranging everything for me. Ask what you want. Now, this is one of the problems that people have. Ask what you want and get rid of it without realizing how much. It's like giving a blank check without realizing the guy is going to empty out your entire account. So this guy, Indra, is very clever. He says, I'm the ruler of the 3 worlds. I can give you anything. So he says, okay, இது வரைக்கும் நீ வந்து ஷீலம்னு சொல்றிய உன் காண்டக்ட். கேன் யூ கிவ் மீ வாட் எவர் தட் காண்டக்ட் இஸ், அதோடத வந்து என்கிட்ட தந்துடுறியா? வந்து சரி, I can always earn it back. It's just conduct after all. It is not like you can eat it. You cannot, it's not like I can sleep with it. He agrees to it and he says, okay, நான் வந்து இந்த அப்படின்னு கமண்டத்துல தண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டோ, I give you my conduct அப்படின்றான். The moment he gives conduct, அவன் உடம்புல இருந்து ஏதோ பிரிஞ்சு போற மாதிரி இருக்கு. அவன் கேட்கறான், என்னடா இது, வாட் இஸ் கோயிங் ஆன்? அப்ப பார்த்தா ஏதோ ஒரு வெள்ளம் வந்து ஒரு one image comes out and he says, what is this? I'm your conduct. You gave me away, so I cannot be with you anymore. I'm going away. அப்படின்றான். என்னடா அது, நம்ம என்னமோ கொடுக்குறோம் நினைச்சு இதை கொடுத்துட்டோமே, what am I going to do now அப்படின்றான். So he says, okay, fine. What is happening next? As soon as he, like a few minutes அப்புறம் பார்த்தா another image just comes out. He says, who are you? I'm Dharma. Where you have Sheelam இருந்தாதான் தர்மம் அங்க இருக்கும். You cannot have dharma anywhere if you don't have the way to, follow it with good conduct. That dharma leaves him. Or 2 minutes ஆறுது, another person leaves him. யாருன்னு கேட்டா, I'm Satyam and truth. If your conduct is not there, dharma உங்ககிட்ட இல்லைன்னா, why should truth be with you? Obviously, you will fall into wrong ways and do wrong things. I can't be with you. சரி, என்னடா இது போறதுன்னு பார்த்தா, கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு அப்புறம் another person goes away. Who's in ஆச்சாரம்? Acharam, not to follow the path and to do the right things in it. I can't be there when truth is not there. You're obviously going to do the wrong things. I can't be there. Adala ponavane enna arudhu? Asila another big powerful thing goes away. That's balam. Because you don't have any righteous, you don't have conduct, you don't have your dharma, you don't have satyam, you don't have acharam. How can balam be there? You don't have any power. So power goes away. Balamum pedradhu, strengthum pedradhu. அதெல்லாம் போயிடுச்சு. கடைசியில one lady also comes out. யாருன்னு பார்த்தா அவனுக்கு தெரியுது, மகாலட்சுமி. அப்படி it is wealth, it is Shri, it is Lakshmi's representation. So he says, என்னது நீ விட்டுட்டு போறியே, நீ இது ஜெகன்மாதாவாச்சே, நீ யாராவது விடலாமா? You cannot let go of your children. What why are you doing this? She said, நீ ஷீலத்தை விட்டுட்ட, ஷீலம் விட்டேன்னா தர்மம் போயிடும், தர்மம் போச்சுன்னா சத்தியம் போயிடும், சத்தியம் போட்டுனா ஆச்சாரத்தை you cannot follow anything properly, அது போயிடுதுன்னா பலமும் போயிடும். Because if you don't have anything, how will you have balam to rule anything? பலமும் இல்லை, எதுவும் இல்லைன்னா in this material world, how will you hold on to anything? You cannot have wealth with you. You just made a mistake. அப்போ he realizes, அச்சோ, the most important thing that I had was I gave it. So he asked, who was that person? யார் வந்து அதை வாங்கினோன்னே, இல்ல, that was no other than Devendran. Indran, he came back and he took it from you, and that is why you lost it. Of course, Praladan being Praladan, he hears another voice where Perumal tells him, you have done your duty here on earth, so don't worry about it. You can now come back and I will take you back with me. Don't worry about it. So he gets back moksha. So Praladan goes away. But this story is to emphasize that the most important thing that you can have is conduct. Sheelam irundaduna, everything will become part of you. If you don't have good conduct, if you don't, and good conduct வந்து எப்படி தெரியும் நமக்கு? We know only one way. அவன் சொன்ன மாதிரி, follow what your elders and your acharyas have said. சுவாமி தேசிகன் சொல்லியிருக்கார், அவர் எதுக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம். நம்ம ஆச்சாரியாலாம் இருக்கா, அவன் சொல்றத ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம். எவ்ரிடே இஃப் யூ ஃபாலோ யுவர் அனுஷ்டானம், தர்மானுஷ்டானத்தை ஃபாலோ பண்ணேனா, தர்மம் will be with you always because your sheelam is proper. So that is the story of sheelam. So with this, let me ask one question. We talked about Praladan being Praladan வந்து sheelam வந்து he was Indra வந்து கேட்டான். Now Indra to be punished for losing his kingdom should happen for a certain reason. Can anybody remember from last time places where Indran got a shabam so that he would lose his kingdom?
He got one from Vishwamitra.
எதுக்கு? இந்திரன் எல்லார்கிட்டையும் சாபம் வாங்கிப்பான். போன கிளாஸ்ல ஒரு சாப விமோச்சனம் ஒரு few months முன்னாடி பண்ணச்சே, Indra did an act which caused somebody to curse him to lose his position.
Was it Durvasa?
Correct. என்ன ஆச்சு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா?
Durvasa gave a malai of
Correct.
Tadar to Indra, but Indra was Indra was very busy, so he
Indra was being Indra. Okay.
yeah. So he took the mala and he just placed it on on his elephant, and
And elephants being elephants, he threw it down and he got cursed. Yes. So again, the reason that happened is because Indra is also a Jivatma. Jivatmas are all Jivatmas, starting from Brahma to the smallest Purupuchi, are all subject to what?
Perumal.
Under Perumal's Adhinam, they are all subjected to karma. Mokshatla undida karma kadayadu. Idella karma adhinam. Any action will have equal and opposite reaction. Mari, anything you do will have a result. Somebody will come and hit you. You are free to go and break your neighbor's friends. He is also free to come back and hit you. So things like this, anything you do here will be because you have rajas, tamas, you have anger, kama, krodha. So before we go to the next quality which you should not have, we saw a quality which you should have, which is Sheelam. Sheelam, not conduct. So let us go to a quality which you should not have, which is Droham. But before that, give me a second. Let me go to. Okay. Okay, this is more stotram based, but let me know if you guys can guess this. I will read it out in case English la padikkiradhu kashtamā irundhaduna. Vishuddha Vijnana is a phrase that appears over here. Okay, hold on. And it will come in one of these stotrams. Idella neenga notice panningana. Can anybody tell me the yaroda stotra in the pakkam irukadhu ellame? Swami Desikan, as always, Desikar irundha porom. He covers everything. Desikar cover pannadhu nama cover panna vendam. Desikar cover pannadhu matram therinja porom. First is vandu Vishuddha Vijnana. Rendadu Valmikata Shravanataha Pratyadishta Puratana Vairakshati Rakshakaihi Dhanuja Vistara Kartana. Okay. Chaturmukeshwara Mukaihi Mata Devi Twamasi Bhagava Vande Brinda Vanacharam Vedanta Deshika Pade Shriman Abhishta Varada Swam. Okay. In the 10, in the Pakka, obviously we have more. Okay, Swami, start.
so for Dhanuja Vistara Kartana, is it Sudarshanashtakam?
Very good. Do you know the following verse for that? It's okay. That's fine. That's okay. Ilena, fine. Ilena, Karasila, easiest way. I don't know the next line, but I know the last two. Jai Jai Shri Sudarshana, Jai Jai Shri Sudarshana. Now, I just keep Jai Jai Shri Sudarshana, Jai Jai. That's the easiest way to say Sudarshana Ashtakam. Okay. All right. Next, anybody else? Vishuddha Vijnana. Bhagisha.
அது வந்து ஹயக்ரீவ ஸ்தோத்திரம்.
How confident are you?
So confident.
90?
விசுத்த விஞ்ஞான கணஸ்வரூபம் விஞ்ஞான விஷ்ணான வத்ததீச்சம் தயாநிதம் தேவருதாம் சரண்யம் தேவம்
அதெல்லாம் சரி. அது ஹயக்ரீவ ஸ்தோத்திரம். How confident are you? So much so you will stay at home and not go out and play or use any of your devices for the next month. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, fine. Okay. Valmikata Shravanataha. Valmikata Shravanataha. Okay. Vairakshati Rakshakai Kim.
It comes in Kashtakam. Bhustati Valmiki Shravanataha.
No. யார் எது சொல்றீங்க? யாரோ ஒருத்தர் சொல்லுங்க. யார் பேர் சொல்லிடுங்க.
Kamasi Kashtakam.
எது?
Tvai Rakshati Rakshakaihi.
யார் அது? Whose answer is that?
Madhavan.
Madhavan, how confident are you?
Super confident.
No ice creams, no dessert for a month.
Okay.
No dessert for a month. Agreed?
Okay.
That's sure. Okay. Tvai rakshati rakshakai. Okay, fine. Arthad, anybody else?
Chaturmukeshwaramukhi is Mahavira Vaibhavam.
Raghuvira Gadyam, Mahavira Vaibhavam. எங்க இருக்கு? இருக்கு Mahavira Vaibhavam, which is also Raghuvira Gadyam. Who is it about?
Rama. It's
Ramar.
about
Okay. Chaturmukeshwaramukhi. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணணும்?
Putra Potradi Shaline.
Navasita. Very good. Very good. Okay. Your confidence, Mahavira Vaibhavam.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Mata Devi Tvamasi Bhagavan. யாரது?
Shristuti.
Sri Stuti. I very confident. உன் பேர் மறந்து போயிடுறா. Raghavan. How confident are you? Sri Stuti.
Romba confident.
ரொம்ப கான்ஃபிடென்ட். சரி, ஓகே. ஸ்ரீ ஸ்துதி. அதுக்கு அடுத்தது மாதா தேவி துளசி பகவான்.
Vasudeva Pitame Jata Soham Janini Bhajito Ek
ரொம்ப காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா பாரு. நான் ஜெய ஜெய ஸ்ரீ சுதர்ஷனா, ஜெய ஜெய ஸ்ரீ சுதர்ஷனா. That's my standard answer. Okay, very good. All right. மாதா தேவி துளசி, very good. Anybody else? வந்தே பிருந்தாவனச்சரம். பிருந்தாவனன்னு வருது. என்னவா இருக்க முடியும்?
Is it Gopala Vimshati?
Gopala Vimshati.
Is it? It is. That is two different things. One is a question. You are questioning me. It isn't. It's an answer.
Gopala Vimshati.
Okay, Swami and Gopala Vimshati. Okay. Shriman Abhishta Varada.
Nyasadasekam.
Nyasadasekam. Nyasadasekam. Irkan Nyasadasekam.
இருக்கு F.
இருக்கா?
Nyasadasekatla எவ்வளோடா ஸ்லோகம் யாருக்கா தெரியுமா? தசன் சொன்னா போறோம். தசனா எவ்வளோ?
10.
ஓகே. ஞாச தசகம் 10. வெரி குட். அடுத்தது தனுஜ விஸ்தார் அவ சொல்லிட்டா. வல்மீகத ஸ்ரவணத்தோ
Bhustuti.
Godastuti.
கோதா. இந்த மாதிரி டோன்ட் பிளே வித் மதர் டாட்டர். ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு செலக்ட் பண்ணும்.
Godastuti da.
அப்படியா? அடுத்தது என்ன வரும்?
Valmi Katashramanato Vasudhatmanaste.
வாட் அங்க தேசிகர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, அவர் பாட்னா அந்த வல்மீகம் மீன்ஸ் ஆன்டில். வல்மீகத ஸ்ரவணத்தோ தோஸ் ஆர் லைக் யுவர் இயர்ஸ். அங்கேருந்து மேல அத பத்தி எழுதுறதுக்கே அவருக்கு அவ்வளவு வந்தது. ஓகே, I'll digress into தேசிகரை பத்தி பேசினா பேசிட்டே இருக்கலாம். ஓகே, let us see the answers to confirm. Give me a second. போறதா அடுத்தது Vishuddha Vijnana is Haigriva Stotram. So நல்ல வேளை தப்பிச்சா வாதீஷா. வல்மீகர ஸ்ரவணத்தோ வசதாத்மதே ஜாதோ. ஓகே, இது ஏன் பிரத்யாதிஷ்ட புராதன தசாவதார ஸ்தோத்திரம் யாருக்கும் ஆலியா பாடம். ஓகே, ஃபைன். ஸ்வைரக்ஷதி காமாசிகா அஷ்டகம் is about whom?
Narasimha.
Kamasikana, do you know anybody knows why it is called Kamasika Ashtakam? Kama Denu, Kalpakar Vriksham, Kama, what does it mean? Wishes or want? Kekarada Kudukaravar, Kamasika Ashtakam. Dhanuja Vistar, Surashana Ashtakam Sodiache, Chaturmukeshwar, Mahavira, Mata is Sultan, Gopala Vimshati, Daya Satakam. Okay, maybe it's too big. I should not have put that there. Okay, let us move to the next portion. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Share screen. Frame show. All right. The next is about Droham. Droham is betrayal. Basically, Sheelam Bhatti Solyachi. You should have, you should be a good person. You should do good things. But at the same time, things that you should not do. What is it that can result in bad things? Droham or betrayal. அதுக்கு நான் உனக்கு ஒரு கதை சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. என்ன கதை சொல்ல போறீங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, he says, ஒரு நன்றி கெட்டவனை பத்தி நான் ஒரு கதை சொல்ல போறேன் அப்படின்னு he says. It is about the story of An ingrate. Ingrate na nandri kettavan artham. Somebody who is ungrateful, who did not, who did not do what he did not respond with time. When he was given kindness, he responded with things that he should not. He basically does betrayal, or he's ungrateful for what he gets. So adula வந்து என்ன சொல்றான்? He starts with this story. There is a Brahmana called Gautaman. He lived in a village. This Gautaman was a Brahmana, but one of the problems he had was he was not good at Vedas. அந்த காலத்துல Brahmana எல்லாம் வந்து they used to only participate in learning Veda. They used to, do yajnams. They used to go. There are few things that Brahmana should do. Participating in Veda, going for dano, giving dano. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும். அவன் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணல. He was not good at it. The only thing he was good at is like literally nothing. So என்ன ஆச்சு? ஒரு நாள் வந்து he was very hungry. There was a very friendly hunter in his village. அந்த friendly hunter அவன் வில்லேஜ்ல இருக்கச்சே என்ன பண்ணானா, அந்த வில்லேஜ் அவன் வந்து சொன்னானா, உங்களுக்கு ஒண்ணுமே இல்லையே, I can give you something, do you want to learn hunting from me? Normally a Brahmana will not take over and do hunting, but this guy was like, you know what, I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm probably on TikTok and Facebook all the time. I might as well come hunting with you. So he goes hunting with him. He goes hunting and he starts shooting. His specialty is shooting cranes. So கொக்க வந்து சுடுறது, மேல என்ன அம்பு பார்த்து விடணும்ல. So அதை வந்து கொக்க வந்து he starts shooting cranes and learning how to kill கொக்கு. அப்புறம் அவன் சொன்னானா, இங்க பாரு, கொஞ்ச நாள் ஆச்சு, எனக்கு வந்து I don't have enough grains and rice to give you. How about this? How about I share, this கொக்கு with you? He's like, நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? Oh, come on, man. I've seen you with the KFC bucket. Why don't you have கொக்கு instead? He said, okay. Though I'm a Brahmana, I learned how to do shooting கொக்கு. I will also learn to eat meat. So he starts eating meat. And ஒரு நாள் இப்படியே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்குச்சே, he has a friend of his, another Brahmana who had gone to a பாடசாலை with him to learn வைதிக வேதம்லாம் கத்துட்டு வைதிகமா வந்தான். அவன் இவன் வாத்துக்கு வந்துட்டு இருக்கான். இவன் வந்து he's having he has just come back from hunting. He has கொக்கு on top of him and he's coming back. That friend is like shocked. He's like, என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க? நான் நீ என்ன போனோம், சந்தியாவந்தனம் பண்ணுவோம், காலத்தால் பெருமாளுக்கு பண்ணணும், இதெல்லாம் பண்ணோம், வைஷ்ணதேவம் பண்ணாம சாப்பிடக்கூடாது, நீ என்ன வந்து கொக்க வச்சுட்டு இருக்கீங்க, வாட் ஆர் யூ டூயிங்? இல்ல உனக்கு தான் தெரியும், நீங்களாம் நன்னா படிப்பீங்க, எனக்கு எதுவும் வரல. Therefore I thought to myself, this is not a bad job அப்படின்னு. அவன் வந்து நான் உங்க ஆத்துலயே இருக்க முடியாது, இது பாவம், வந்து பார்த்ததே எனக்கு பாவம், I think I'm going. என்ன பண்ணானா, he just left. He slept outside the house. The next day he just went away directly and he said, I'm not even meeting you. இவனுக்கு அப்பதான் உரைச்சுதான், அச்சோ நம்ம இவ்ளோ we have come far from where we were supposed to be, and I think we should do something else. He decided to leave the house and he went in search of something. And he met some people who were traders. He was such a bad guy that elephants attracted the trading procession. அவங்க வந்து they were going in a caravan. Elephant attack பண்ணிட்டான். சரி, elephant attack பண்ணிட்டான், அடிச்சு புடிச்சு நீ kept running. So no money, no friends, no food, no water, nothing, in the middle of a forest. ஒரு பியூட்டிஃபுல் நந்தவனம். நந்தவனம்னா என்ன? கார்டன். He saw a garden. அங்க பார்த்த ஒரு பெரிய ஆலமரம் வந்துதான். அந்த ஆலமரத்துக்கு வடியில உட்கார்ந்து இருந்தானா, நல்லா சந்தனம் மாதிரி வாசனை வந்துதான், படுத்து தூங்கிட்டானா. தூங்கிட்டு இருக்குச்சே, மேல பார்த்தா he saw a crane over there. And the crane surprisingly started talking to him. He said, hey, he got scared because you don't usually expect cranes to talk to you. So he said, நீ யாருன்னு கேட்டானா. நான் வந்து கஷ்யப முனியோட நான் பையன், என் பேர் ராஜதர்மா, பட் இப்ப என்னோட பேர் நாதிஜங்கன்னு பேரு, பட் என் நாடிஜங்கன் is what they call him. பட் நான் கஷ்யபர் ஒரு பையன். I used to be called ராஜதர்மா. நான் வந்து I'm here and I've just gone visited Brahma and I've come back. It is sunset. Why don't you stay here? In the short நாளைக்கு கார்த்தால போ. My mother is also Daksha's daughter. I will give you a lot of things. Why don't you eat some fruits? So he gave him some fruits. So this guy is having fruits. He's happy. அவர் வந்து அந்த கொக்கு வந்து தன்னோட விங்ஸ் வச்சுட்டே வந்து it gives him like a fan மாதிரி. He is very happy. He goes to sleep. Now he gets up in the morning. He says, who are you? Said, illa, patiya, see, that also shows hospitality, right? You don't ask questions. Nee yaare, enga vandirukka, do you have money? Nothing. I'll give you what you need. You rest, relax. Next day, you tell me your story. So he tells him, illa, I am Per Gautama. Like, I have, I have no money, nothing. I'm just poor. I need something. Says, I know a king called Virupakshan. He's a Danava king. A Rakshasa, but, a very kind person. Amamante, if you go to him, he will give you a lot of money. Tell him in specific that you are my friend. If you tell him that you are my friend, he will do anything for you. So even he goes to that Virupakshan. அங்க போன உடனே அவன் கேட்கறானா, நீ என்ன, how many of you உங்களுக்கு வந்து பூணல் ஆயிருக்கு? யாருக்கெல்லாம் பூணல் போட்டிருக்கா? Anybody? Okay. அபிவாதே சொல்வீங்களா?
சொல்வேன்.
அபிவாதே சொல்லுச்சு. No, not now. But அபிவாதே சொல்லுச்சு, you should say என்ன ஷாக்கான்னு சொல்லுவே தெரியுமா? இந்த ஷாக்கையில நான் இதை படிச்சிருக்கேன்னு. யஜு ஷாக்கா or சாம ஷாக்கா. You would say the branch of Veda that you learn. So, உன் கோத்திரம் என்ன, உன் ஷாக்கை என்ன படிச்சிருக்கேன்னா, அவன் வந்து just like you say in this country, no habla Espanol, no habla Veda, no habla Shaka, I don't know anything. What do you know? I thought you were giving things for free, man. நீங்க வந்தா நீ questions எல்லாம் கேட்கற, இதுக்கு அந்த கொக்குகிட்டே போய் கேட்கறேன் அப்படின்னா, no. Stay, I'll give you things. So he loaded it up with, gold, இது எல்லாத்தையும் கொடுத்து, சரி நீ போ. Now that you've told me you're Nadi Jangan's friend, how can I let you go? So he gave all that. Friendship நாள் he came back. இன்னைக்கு வந்து கார்த்திகை பௌர்ணமி, 1000 பிராமணா சாப்பிட போறா, நீயும் சேர்ந்துக்கோ, I'll give you everything. எல்லாத்தையும் கொடுத்தானா. இவன் திரும்பி வந்தவொடனே என்ன பண்ணானா, he was very happy, he was tired, and the நாஜங்கனோ இவனை கூட்டு வந்து he was giving him things. But இவனுக்கு புத்தி எங்க போச்சு பாரு. Everything, fruits are all good, but வாய் நமனமன்றது ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு. மேல பார்த்தா இவன் வந்து he looks like a crane. Just a little, how would be அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு என்ன பண்றான், ராத்திரியோட ராத்திரியா he takes the crane, he burns it, and he eats the crane. Now he left behind the wings and feathers and he goes away. Now the Virupakshan is worried. After some time he comes and sends his son to find out what happened. And the Brahmana pati and nambikele, he knows nothing, I doubt him. Abdina they send him. Pata thirumi and pata they find that that he has been killed. That in the the cook is Nadi Jangan is no more abdina. So enna pandrana, they bring him back. Virupakshan kills Gautaman. And he tells the Rakshasas, eat him. They say, no. In the betrayal, we might be Rakshasas, but we cannot eat such low things. They throw the body out. Even vultures refuse to eat it. Even worms refuse to eat it. So, they are just disgusted with the whole thing. And they prepare a ceremonial or fire cemetery மாதிரி they fire நெருப்பு கொடுத்து நாடிஜங்கனை வந்து they try to send him அவனுக்கு காரியம் எல்லாம் பண்றதுக்கு. At that time மேலேந்து வந்து as they are preparing ஒரு பால் சொட்டு காமதேனுல இருந்து விழுந்து the ராஜதர்மான்ற நாடிஜங்கன்'s real name was ராஜதர்மா. He comes back to life. When he was மேல in heaven, he was not paying attention to Brahma வந்து ஒரு சபக் பண்ணச்சே, he was not paying attention. So he was cursed to say, in the market, you will get vimochanam when you help another Brahmin, but you know what, things will happen then, and after that you will get vimochanam. So he was reborn as a cook, he came, he helped everybody, and the Brahman helped and he got his vimochanam, even though he was betrayed. In the meantime, Gautaman was also brought back to life. And he went back, but he didn't lead a good life. He went back to being a hunter, he married another person, got evil sons, who did not, help him, respect him, anything. And he remained the same way and went to hell. Now, the story illustrates to Dhritarashtra is telling Yudhishthira, when you betray somebody, when you don't, respond in the right way, nobody wants you. Not even somebody who eats meat or human flesh wants to eat you. Not even vultures want to eat you. Not even worms want to eat you. That is how bad you are. So this is something you should never ever do. You should always follow your anushtana and do what you should do. If you don't, you will get into trouble all the time, and you will be so bad that narakatla kuda unakku yaram irukadu. You will be pushed back again and again into narakam. So with that, we have finished these two. If you guys have time, we can do. Do you guys have like 5 more minutes? We can do one more last quiz. Do you guys want to?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just do one more. right. How many of you know that there are Perumalukku Dwadasha Namam irukku theriyuma ungalku? You know, Perumal has 12 names that we usually use daily. Are you guys familiar with the positions of where those namams should be?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. In which case we can do this then. Okay. So there are இன்னும் ரெண்டு இருக்கு. Padmanabha, Damodaran ரெண்டு இருக்கு. I've taken it out so that there are extra over here. Okay. Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, Srishikesha. Okay, who wants to take first step? 1 in a row. Keshavan, which part of the body does it correspond to?
Forehead.
Huh?
Head. Head.
Hit na போடவே இல்ல போட்டுருக்கேனா?
Forehead.
Oh, forehead, நாலு தலை. Okay, நாலு தலை பிரம்மாக்கு. Forehead இல்ல இதுவா? There is another one. Okay, forehead, fine. Narayana.
Would it be lower,
Middle.
abdomen?
Lower middle abdomen. Okay. Madhava.
Chest.
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 Govinda.
It would be in your. It would be in the front of your neck. It would be not
Front neck.
front. Yeah, front
Yeah.
neck. Yeah, front neck.
Okay. Vishnu.
Lower right abdomen.
Okay. Madhusudana.
Right arm.
Right.
Right arm.
Trivikrama.
Right.
Right neck.
Right neck.
Right neck.
Rishikesha.
Lower left.
So
Lower left.
But yeah, I skipped two, but yeah.
Rishikesha's
neck, left neck.
Rishikesha's left
Left
neck.
neck.
Left neck. Rishikesha left neck. Correct. Sridhara.
Left arm.
Left arm.
Vamanan.
Left lower abdomen.
Left lower.
Seri.
Abdomen.
What is there? What is there in the back of your lower spine?
Padmanabha.
Padmanabha.
Very good.
Padmanabha.
What is there in the back of your neck?
Damodara.
Damodara. Okay, very good. So all of that is right. I think we have run out of time. There's
There's only 1 minute left.
Okay, we'll do this next time. We'll stop the share here. All right. So we will do this next time. After time, we'll do that. Okay. कवितार्किक सिंहाय कल्याण गुणशालिने श्रीमते वेंकटेशाय वेदांत गुरवे नमः श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह विपाद श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमते श्री रामानुजाय नमः श्रीमते श्री षडगोपशिवे श्रीमते श्रीमन षडगोपि श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह विपाद का देख श्रीमन षडगोप श्री श्रीरंग षडगोप तीन मासिक नमः श्रीमते श्रीमन षडगोप श्री वीराग षडगोप तीन मासिक नमः श्रीमते श्री षडगोप श्री वेदांत देश की मादेश का नमः श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह विपाद का देख श्रीमन षडगोप श्री नारायण यतीन्द्र महादेश का नमः श्रीमते श्रीमन षडगोप श्री रंगनाथ यतीन्द्र महादेश का नमः. Okay, I hope this was a good good session for you to learn as well as have some fun in learning the quizzes. Till we meet again next time, Namo Narayana.
Namo Narayana.